Hello, lovely viewers. Hope you're all good. Welcome to my channel. Again, this is Mercy, your friend. A friend texted me a message, and actually I seek permission to come and discuss it here. And she's right here, she'll be listening, and she'll be expecting you to advise or for us to advise her. Her question is so simple. She's a young lady, young, beautiful lady. She's pregnant, and she knows how to take alcohol. Now mommy or her mom is giving advice that she should not take alcohol whilst pregnant, and it's becoming so difficult for her to accept. She thinks mommy is suffering from menopause and old school life, so she's here asking, Mercy, do you think I should do it? Can't I take at least once a week? Can't I have fun outside? So we decided to use this opportunity to discuss effects of alcohol in pregnancy. Whenever you take alcohol, let's start from here. Whenever you're pregnant, what you take, the medications you take, some cannot cross the placenta to enter into baby or to affect baby. But some substances are so hard that it can cross the placenta of the mother to be transferred to the baby, and it can affect baby's brain. Alcohol is one of it. Alcohol is so hard that it can cross the placenta and affect baby's brain. Yes, that is what alcohol can do. So when this alcohol is able to cross the placenta and enter into baby's brain, what are some of the things we can see from our baby? There is a condition we call FASD. Yes, FASD. The full name is Fetal Alcohol Spectrum Disorders. It's a collection of disorder that mostly exhibits itself just because the baby was exposed to alcohol whilst he or she was in the womb or in the uterus. So as a mother, when you take alcohol and this alcohol is able to cross and affect baby's brain, the baby will exhibit some signs and then some attitudes, some behaviors. That is because the baby was exposed to alcohol. Funny enough, it's mostly about the mother, the one who is carrying the baby. Yes, that condition is not hereditary. Not that, oh, because I am FASD, so when I give birth, my child will be FASD. Or my husband is FASD, so when we give birth, our child will be. No. It is simply because the child was in the uterus and this child was exposed to alcohol. Simple as that. So you, the mother, you have every right to protect your child from this condition. Yes. When this child gets this condition, it's because you took alcohol. So what is this FASD? Let me show you some few physical signs you see about this FASD. One, their head is a bit smaller compared to the other children that you might see. You see this child and it has a bit smaller head. It's one of their signs. Yes. Two, this bridge, their nose bridge, is a bit flat. Three, their nose is a bit shorter than mine. Yes. And then there's another sign. You see this bridge here? We all have this bridge here for a purpose. God created it. But these children mostly have flat nasal bridge. Yeah. And then this top lip, this is your top lip. Theirs is a bit thinner. Yes, it's a bit thinner compared to the neurotypical or the normal child you might see. Yes. These are some of the physical signs. It's not only these. There are a lot of things that when you go for assessments, the healthcare provider will assess to see. But these are some of the major things that as soon as the person sees, the first thing that might come to her is this child suffering from FASD. Yes. Aside these physical signs, the child will also have some mental challenges. This is because the alcohol was able to transfer or was able to affect the brain. So one, it affects the development of the brain. Because the development was affected, the functioning of the brain will also be affected as well. So this child might have learning disability. This child, when he goes to school, he might not be able to reach the level of his colleagues. It's not about competition, no, but it's the fact that the mathematics that the entire class is learning, if that child is in grade 6, the mathematics that child can solve is for grade 1 or grade 2 child. Yes, he has difficulty in learning. Aside difficulty in learning, they also have difficulty, they have cognitive function problem or disorder. They might not be able to reason well. You know, as one grows up, you throw a question to a child and the answering will tell you how deep the child's brain or how deep the child thinking ability is. These children, when you throw them questions, the kind of answers they will give you sometimes might be a bit funny or might be a bit boring. You might wonder, how? They might not be able to be critical thinkers, and sometimes they need to be guided. Yes, those with FASD, mostly they need to be guided, and people mostly take advantage of them. You see her, you tell her I love you, she'll follow you. Some, yeah, she's holding money, you ask her, she'll just give it to you. You know, even some don't know how to count money. Some have difficulty in that. And aside that, they also have memory problem. They are not good with memory. One particular thing you keep teaching every day, you keep teaching every day, they have problem with memory. They also have attention deficits. Sit here, the next minute she's there, the next minute she's tapping his feet, the next minute she's jumping, touching everything. You know, she's everywhere. They have attention in, they have difficulty in paying attention to a particular thing. These are some of the things you see in FASD just because you took alcohol. Aside that, they might also come earlier than their time. That's preterm birth. Yes, that child, instead of you to carry the pregnancy to 37 completed weeks and above, sometimes 26 weeks our child will come, 27, 28, 30 our child will come. And it also has its own side effects, because when pregnancy is not carried to term, some of the organs might not be fully developed and fully functioning. Some example is the lungs. You know, when baby comes earlier than expected, children might have difficulty in breathing because their lungs might not be fully functioning. Yes, and it also predisposes them to a whole lot of conditions. Some also come with low birth weights as compared to the weight, the gestational age this baby is coming. Let's say you have 38 weeks and he's weighing about 1.8, 1.2. No. So they have low birth weight. Some at other point too, the mother might have miscarriage just because of the alcohol you took. It might not be once, it might not be twice, it might just pile up, then you lose the baby. Some will also carry baby to term, but you give birth and the baby is dead because it's stillbirth, just because you took alcohol during pregnancy. Yes. Then they can also have another brain problem with coordination. Sometimes when you are giving them something, they are holding something, you see their hands be shaking. They have problem with motor and coordination. Yes, some cannot hold small things like pen, pencil. Some people, they have to cover their pens with a bigger cover because they have problem with their motor and their coordination. Yes, just because you took alcohol. Another thing is this child is prone to heart conditions and a whole lot, just because you took alcohol during pregnancy. Then the child can also have poor suckling. Ideally, a child, when we have a newborn baby, when you put your hand in the baby's mouth, the baby is supposed to be able to suckle. And that is why when you bring a baby out and you put breast in the baby's mouth, nobody teaches a child how to suckle. No. Naturally, they have reflexes, and one of it is the suckling reflex. A child will automatically be suckling. But a child who is having problem due to alcohol might not be able to suckle. Yes, and it will affect the feeding. So why will you take alcohol when you are pregnant? Okay, let's put baby aside. Let's come to you, the mother. You, the mother, there can be a lot of risk in pregnancy. You might have increased problems in your pregnancy. Today you have low abdominal pain. Tomorrow you are bleeding. Tomorrow is that. Another thing is, you the mother, you might have liver problems. You know, when we take alcohol or we eat and we do everything, it is the liver's problem to break this alcohol down so that it can be taken away or out of the body. When you take alcohol and the liver breaks it down, it releases a harmful substance which can affect the liver and even affect the body. And that is why those who take alcohol, if you can see, mostly they suffer hepatitis, liver cirrhosis, name them. Yes. So you destroy your liver, and it can even also affect your nutrition. You might not be able to eat well when you take alcohol. Yes. It will get to a time the alcohol takes charge over the amount of food you can take. Last but not the least, you the mother, you have mental problems. Today you are anxious, tomorrow you are depressed. You know, you are not of yourself. That is what alcohol does. Alcohol can cloud your conscience. So I might not force you not to take alcohol, but for the fact that you are pregnant, for the life of that innocent baby, and for the fact that you want that pregnancy, you want a safe pregnancy and a safe delivery, please say no to alcohol when you are pregnant. So my friend, I think we've answered you right. No to alcohol. And no amount of alcohol is safe in pregnancy. I mean, no amount of alcohol is safe in pregnancy. So please, I think we've answered her, right? If you have anything, please put it there. If you have any experience, you can put it there. If you have any question, you can just put it there. As I always tell you, if you're also experiencing or expecting it, know that it will be provided by our God, who is capable of providing everything. Always stay tuned with Mercy. Let's discuss about our health. I'll give you a lot of health vibes. See ya.